Welcome to an episode of Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Game Award nominees. Why? Because it's fun, man. And life is all about having fun. So sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Really, I don't care about the game nominees, but it's something to talk to you guys about. I love video games, so might as well just share. And it looks like the game of the year goes to games that we would expect. We have Astrobot on there because obviously it's a Sony title and it's the only one they have for the holiday season, so you have to include a Sony title. We also have Balatro. Now, Balatro is a game that I played and I have on my Nintendo Switch. I really like it. It's a poker type game, but it's very fun, has a little twist. It's an indie game, which is surprising to be nominated for Game of the Year. It's also nominated for Best Indie Game of the Year. So, if it's also nominated for Game of the Year, it should automatically win Indie Game of the Year, right? I don't know. You also have Animal Well for Indie Game of the Year. You have a game called Nova that came out for... it's that game Gris, remember? It's like a second part. Anyways, I'm not really into the indie games. I am into indie games, but it doesn't really matter. What really matters is Game of the Year. And so we have Balatro on there. We also have Black Myth Wukong. Of course, that game sold like, I don't know, like 20 million copies. Came out of China. A lot of the copies sold in China. It's the first mainstream game to come out of China. And a lot of the companies out there, Microsoft including, saw the potential of all the customers actually buying games in China, because most of the time people would just pirate them. You know, it's China. You know, they have a bunch of knockoffs of everything. But it seemed like this game actually sold, and so Microsoft started opening his eyes and now wants to have studios in China. But I don't really see it working. The Chinese people seem to be, well, most of the Chinese people, it seems the Chinese people are very nationalist. So that's probably why they supported this game to begin with. I don't think they're going to support anything that Microsoft makes. I'm just saying. Especially when you can just knock it off, you know, like knockoffs. That's what they do. Another game that was nominated is DLC for the Elden Ring entry. We knew this one was going to be nominated. That's why they changed the rules on the Game Awards to allow DLC and whatever their mama wants to be nominated. I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure what is it with them. You know, I mean, it's good content, so I mean, I guess, but I mean, DLC, okay. Another game that was nominated is Final Fantasy Rebirth. Again, this game came out. It's a remake. I know it came out a long time ago. It did take a lot of work to be put into this game, so I can understand. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. But I didn't play it. I'm not gonna play it. I mean, I played the crapola out of Final Fantasy VII, the first one. I mean, I spent hundreds of hours in it. Like, you know, pretty much did everything in the game. So when I started playing the remake, the first part, like, it was kind of cool to see things, you know. But I felt like I've already been there and done that. And even though the graphics look better, that's the way that I remember them looking almost, you know, back in the day. And now that I look back at it and it looks all squarish, you know, I get it. But in my mind, I feel like I've already played the game, so there's no reason to play it again. And especially when there's so many games to play in so little time, you know. And the last game that was nominated for Game of the Year is Metaphor de Fantasio. It looks cool. It's from Atlas, you know, Persona people. The demo I played a good 4 hours into it, but then I mean, it looks good. Not for me at this time. Maybe later down the road I might get into it, but it just seems like a lot of these Japanese titles have like long ass cutscenes that just kind of drag on, and you know, I'm not into those long ass cutscenes. Like, I enjoy them like as a movie or something, like a TV show maybe, but when I'm playing a video game, like, I actually want to be playing the video game more. And not only that, it's like it takes too damn long, you know what I mean? I can be playing like another game for those 30 minutes and actually be playing the game. But it is what it is. Those are the games that are nominated for Game of the Year. Let me know what you guys think. If there's games that you thought would be nominated, let me know what you guys think is going to win. I'm probably going to say Black Myth Wukong's going to win. I know it's going to be a lot of backlash for DLC and entry. I know it's gonna be a little bit of backlash for Final Fantasy Rebirth. Like Astrobot, come on, man, that don't have no reason being the game of the year. I mean, it's a good game, but game of the year, sheesh. Maybe Metaphor's gonna be the Black Horse, or maybe Beltro. Maybe that game's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know. It's a toss up. In the end, I don't really care. A few games that I got nominated that might ruffle a few feathers is Zao, the game that is full of DEI, SBI supposedly. Anyways, it got nominated for best game of impact or something. I don't know. I guess it has impact. Nova, I think, was also nominated. The funny thing is, the Game of the Year awards, like all those titles, also got nominated. Also got nominated for best game direction, like all of them, single one. So they all got. I don't know, just copy and paste. I'm not sure what's going on there, and the best action games go to Black Myth of Wukong, Call of Duty, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer. Now, see, that one is a competitive category, I say, because those are badass action games. Now, Stellar Blade and Wukong's gonna please those people. But I think what's gonna happen is Helldivers might end up winning because it blew up out of nowhere. And even Xbox gamers wanted it to become an Xbox game, or at least come out on Xbox. So I think the hype for it coming out of nowhere, and it's being successful, it's probably gonna win. Even though I think Call of Duty, blows it out of the water when it comes to player base and all that. I think they might be throwing a bone to Helldivers 2 on this one. Now, there's a bunch of other categories out there, games nominated, indie games and sports games and ongoing games and whatnot. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to be talking about that. But like I said, I really don't care about it. I just want to talk about the Game of the Year awards and see if it, fits the type of game that you played. Me, I only played 2 games on there. Like I said, Beltro and Metaphor de Fantasia, but I only played the demo. I'll get to Astrobot when it goes to like $20 or something. Wukong, I'm not really into that. Stellar Blade, I might get when it goes on sale as well, when I get all the content put on there. Like right now, they have a crossover with Nier Automata. I'm hoping down the road I can get that, content already included in the game when it's down on sale as well. Like those games, even though they're Game of the Year, aren't really must buy or must play games in my opinion. At least not right when they come out at launch. So I don't know. It seems like this year the games were pretty much lacking for the most part, and that's why probably they had to include the DLC and other remakes and stuff in that category, because there weren't really too many great games out there. I did have fun with a bunch of games. I really loved Outlaws Star Wars. I mean, I played it for like 80 hours, pretty much finished the whole thing, almost all the side missions, a few I didn't do and stuff, contracts and such. But I've pretty much been everywhere and done everything in that game. For me, that's probably my game of the year. And not to say it's like it's the best game I played, but I give it a solid 8 or something. But like I said, Beltro, I like that one too. But like nothing really stands out for me this year, to tell you the truth. At least nothing that I can. I played Lawn Mower Simulator that came out in 2022, I believe, more than any other game that I played this year. So that would tell you something about the selections that that I had. I mean, I played Cyberpunk. No, that was the DLC from last year. Like Alan Wake, I'm not sure of that last year. Like I'm just saying, like the games that I'm playing right now aren't even on this list. So, well, says a lot about me as a gamer, I guess. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Again, like always, I thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I know it's precious. Remember to love yourself and to enjoy your life. I'll leave it right there. Peace.